Let's address the elephant in the room. I'm not talking about myself, you weirdo. I'm talking about this. This. The type of face you'll see on a magazine cover. Matter of fact, maybe a Vogue magazine cover. And I don't want to hear anyone in the comments saying that, oh, you look like my distant aunt Jemima. Boy, you're asking for an ass whooping. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about it. Welcome to Derry, episode 1. I'm late and I don't care. Let's get into episode 1. We are in 1962, the year that muted Pennywise was born. Or maybe it's the year that he made his first appearance. I don't know which one is which, but if you have watched episode 1, let me down in the comments which one it is. This clown will go on to haunt children and feast on them. What's the point to entertain children as a clown when you can just eat them as a clown? Like, that sounds so fun. It's the right circus that I will want to see. I'm not saying more. We have to admire this man's dedication to want to help us reduce overpopulation. We can't deny the good aspects he has. Before we get into episode 1, hi, welcome to my channel. I talk about Eastern horror movies, and when I feel pretentious, I talk about Western horror movies that I've watched. If that's something that you're into, hit that subscribe button, comment, like, and also share this video. Let's get into episode 1. 4 months ago, we have a boy named Mehdi trying to hitchhike. Before he can go anywhere, hitchhiking was very common during this time period. Everyone and their mother was doing it. So he was getting no luck. He has his bag, a pacifier. He's like 12-ish. And I am going to assume like the pacifier is some sort of self-soothing method or object. I had to mention that because it becomes a tiny bit important later on. I am going to assume that Mehdi is a runaway, because what is a 12-year-old doing at the side of the road at probably midnight, at night? It doesn't matter. So after a while of not getting any luck trying to hitchhike, a car finally pulls over and they offer Mehdi a ride. The family consists of 4. We have a quiet father behind the wheel, a pregnant woman, we have a permanently annoyed sister, and sitting next to her we have ABC boy. I call him ABC because he can't stop muttering words from the dictionary. Like every second he's like, how do you spell, let me say, how do you spell Vegas? Vegas. Boy, shut up. I'll be so pissed off. Imagine having a 4-hour drive to another state and you have this boy busy reciting every word in the dictionary. Like he's a walking spelling bee competition. And I keep swallowing my words or tripping over them because he is pissing me off. My heart blood pressure is like increasing. The mother leans over and asks Mehdi where he's headed. Mehdi just tells her anywhere but Derry. The woman tells Mehdi that, well, he's in luck because they're also leaving Derry. So everything seems normal at first. That's normal in the sense that the rest of the family, they're just a bit quiet, maybe chatting a little bit, there's some banter there, and we have this human spelling bee competition getting more and more and more annoying, to the point that the sister tells him to shut up, and the mother tries to calm the situation and tells the girl to chill. She leans back from a chair, pulls over a container that has raw livers, and it has flies around it. She turns around and looks at Maddie intensely. After staring at him intensely, she's like, well, I am chill until I'm no longer chill. I'm sorry. This reminds me of that Debbie. I don't know Debbie what meme. I think she's the one from those Disney movies, and she was busy doing this meme. I was like, I'm sorry. That rubbed Maddie off the wrong way. Like, what the fuck is going on? He starts to realize something. They haven't left Derry. They've been going around and around in circles. So he starts to ask them, why are we not out of Derry? The family starts to laugh hysterically like maniacs. And Mary is pretty much confused and he instantly tries to take over the steering wheel, but he's not successful to the point that he ends up elbowing the pregnant woman, and that sends her into giving birth. And the family is still laughing hysterically. And what comes out that woman's belly? It's something. I have to admit that baby looks like the younger version of my sleep paralysis demon. Because what the hell was that? Oh, the normal person in that car was petrified. The others were cheering, they were happy. He starts sucking his pacifier. And you know who feeds on fear? Mm-hmm. Penny. And the scene ends with a bloody pacifier flying out of the car. 4 months later, we are introduced to our many main characters. We have a girl named Lily. She's walking down the school hallway and everyone is staring her down. She opens her locker and jars of pickles crashing down. People start laughing. What the fuck? We are introduced to other high schoolers. We have a boy Teddy Urine Sucks. The name is written on his locker. He didn't bother to wash it off the locker or something. And it doesn't bother him. He's so nonchalant. I wish to become him. He is him. And I want to be him. And his friend, Alien Creep. I call him Alien Creep because first of all, he's obsessed with aliens, and Creep because he's the type of boy who thinks sneaking on girls is pretty cool. As you can tell, I hate that bitch. You know, sometimes in horror movies, if not all horror movies, there's always that character that needs to die first. Penny, I hope you take notes because that boy is pissing me off. Spoiler alert, before I forget to mention this, the jar of pickled juice and the staring down the whole thing, it has to do with something that I'm going to reveal later on in the episode. But just know that this one is a little bit gut-wrenching and emotional. And don't worry, I'm going to hold your hand as I say what I'm going to say in that scene that I'm going to be talking about as we go on in this video. I have to alert you that there's a section of the show that I won't be talking about. It has to do with the military, so I won't be talking about it because there's going to be too many characters and you won't be able to follow. And for the sake of our own sanity, I am going to be talking about only four characters. Yes, I'm going to be talking about 4 characters. Later that evening, Alien Creep spies on the neighbor's daughter, hoping to catch her undressing. But luckily, her cat disturbs this moment and he's unable to retrieve his goal. But on the other hand, Teddy is not participating in this weird behavior. He's so lost in thoughts, thinking, and he finally breaks his silence by saying that he thinks that Maddie went missing because of them. So here's how the story goes. Before Maddie went missing, his mother hired Teddy, an alien creep, to become his friend since he didn't to become his friends since he didn't have any friends. So Maddie found out about that, and he just happened to disappear the same day. Teddy is blaming himself, he's blaming the both of them, like this has to be their fault that Maddie had went missing. Okay, back to Lily. She's sitting on the bathtub reminiscing about the last time she last talked to Maddie. In a flashback, she remembers crying and talking about her dad's passing. Let me hold your hand. Her father used to work at a pickles packaging factory. So that day it happened that she and her mother went there to pick up her dad. So because she left a stupid doll or toy, she had to tell her father that she has to get out of the car to take her toy back because for some reason she can't live without the doll toy. I'm sorry, I keep saying toy, but she didn't specify if the toy is a doll or a car whatsoever. It doesn't matter. So the father offers to go there to fetch it for her, but there was a problem with the machinery which ended up falling, which led to the machine falling on top of her father, and that's how he died. Hence why in the first scene we had people put they're so insensitive. How insensitive these bitches are. Like maybe we should get creative with how we bully people without being so insensitive. Let's go back to the Ned thing. Ned! Ned! Let's go back to that. Anyways, Maddie thinks that, oh, I came up with a bright idea. Since this girl is crying, talking about her father, how about I create a romantic kiss scene? He leans over to where Lily is sitting and he tries to kiss her. Boy, what the fuck? The timing. Lily pulls over, and that's the end of a flashback. She's talking about her father, man. The only way to comfort someone who's talking about her father is by kissing them. Back in the present, something weird happens. She starts to hear a voice coming through the bathtub drain. It sounds like Maddie's. He's singing a song. But how is that possible? A voice through the bathtub drain? Before we dive into the chaos, I want to mention one of my favorite moments in this show. So it happens when Alien Creep and Teddy are heading to their favorite hangout spot. And along the way, Alien Creep is arguing that the reason that men have nipples is because when someday women cease to exist or they're kidnapped by aliens or whatever, they have to use their nipples to feed babies. That is so funny. Like, how did it come up with this theory? Like, in my mind, I can already picture men breastfeeding the babies. I just love it. This is the only time he made me laugh. Other than that, he has been pissing me the fuck off since the beginning of this episode. They get to their hangout spot and they find Lily there. Confused, they ask her what she's doing there. Lily tells them that she heard Maddie's voice through the bathtub drain, singing a song. They look at her confused. They ask themselves if she's having another psychotic episode. By the way, I forgot to mention Lily was admitted into a loony bin because she started experiencing a depressive episode after her father died. That's another reason as to why people were staring at her down at the hallway. I mean, to give them a benefit of a doubt, who would believe who would believe someone who says that they can hear voices through the bathtub drain? Can you believe them? Because I don't think I would believe them for a second. I would think that they've lost their damn mind. Later that night, Teddy starts to wonder if what Lily said is true. Because there's no reason for Lily to lie about all of this stuff. He's lying in bed reading his comic when the bedside lamp starts to flicker. Off, on, off. I'm saying off, on because the light turns off, he switches it on, it turns off, and over again until Maddie's face pops out in the lamp and Teddy jumps out of bed petrified and he starts to scream and the light turns back on. There's nothing in the bedroom. And I love the fact that his brother opened his room and looked around and said, I can't believe we are siblings. That is the most sibling thing to say. Oh, please. I am pretty sure my brother will say the same thing if I did what Teddy did. The next day, the group regroups. They decide to retrace Maddie's steps, hoping that they can find some sort of clue as to where he is. Alien Creep brings his sister along because he's on babysitting duty. Like, you could reschedule the day, but hey, what could possibly go wrong in Derry? It's not like something will happen to the sister, right? Right? Their search leads them to a movie theater where Maddie was last seen by a 12-year-old named Ronnie. At first, she's hesitant to speak. After a little bit of persuasion, she tells them that she last saw Maddie trying to escape from the security because he was caught watching his favorite movie for like the thousand dozen times without paying for a ticket. When Lily brings up the song, the same one that Maddie was singing in the bathtub drain, I'm sorry, it's like it's a ridiculously funny. Ronnie freezes and she admits that she's been hearing things, strange things, whispers saying cruel things. And she mentions that the song, the lyrics of the song they're talking about, they're from Maddie's favorite movie. At that moment, that's when the pattern starts to be clear. Maddie only haunted Ronnie, Teddy, and Lily. And you know what these people have in common? They all cared about Maddie. Unlike someone... Ellen Creep. Who said that? They decide to head to the movie theater hoping that Santa would bring him perfectly wrapped in a box. They see Maddie in the movie blending in with the crowd, smiling and holding a baby. They ask him to come out, but Maddie just looks at them and tells them that they don't care about him.
Get you out! No, you're welcome. You're the reason I'm in here. Because you lied.
Then, without warning, he throws the baby out of the screen, and the creature that came out of that screen, it's the younger version of my sleep paralysis demon. He starts attacking everyone, leaving them dead except for Lily and Ronnie, and the screen fades to black. My final thoughts: this was a long one. It was a long video to record, and it's going to be a long one to edit, but I really enjoyed watching this episode. But I have to admit that the green screen was very distracting me. the sound design, it's so bad. So because of that, I dropped the show on episode 2, but I quickly picked it up because I was like, I see a lot of people talking about it. Let me give it a chance again. And I don't regret doing that. And if you want me to talk about the rest of the episodes, let me know down in the comments below. And if you have watched this episode, let me know how you find it. Did you like it? And if you haven't watched the show, tell me what you think about this video. Did it meet your expectation? Whatever, I don't care. So let me wrap this up by saying that one thing I have noticed with the alphabet boy is that his facial features, they look like the older version of Pennywise. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Even his rabbit teeth, they look exactly like the older Pennywise teeth. Like, oh my goodness, I don't know what you guys think. The people who have watched the rest of the episodes, is there going to be a full circle moment? Thank you for getting this far into the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and also share this video, and let me know how you like it. And I know it has been a tough journey, a tough ride, and you finally made it. You made it this far, and I'm so proud of you. Cut it.